Welcome to the realm of Chaos. I see you are a bit unfamiliar with your powers. Fortunately for you, I'm well versed in underlore, and will gladly teach you all that is necessary for you to conquer the goodly heroes of this realm, as well as any underlord who dares stand in your path. Let's start by excavating the space around your dungeon core. Left-click on the tiles to tag them, and your workers will swiftly act upon your will. Congratulations, Underlord. The very earth quakes in fear of your unholy aptitude, while your workers heed your command. Let us look upon the rooms already present within your dungeon. The lair. Within the cozy walls of this room, your minions will lay their wicked, weary heads to rest and restore their vitality. Gold is required to pay for rooms, traps, and the wages of your minions. Keep the coffers of your vault full, and your dungeon will hum with productivity. The dungeon core is your tether to this realm. If destroyed, you will be banished to the ether, putting a swift end to your war for the overworld. Your workers have finished excavating and claiming the area you tagged. You may now build rooms and defenses upon the claimed tiles. Within the slaughter pen creeps the succulent mud, a necessary staple to keep your minions well fed. Build one now by selecting it and dragging across the empty room. Deliciously done, Underlord. In order for minions to enter your dungeon, you will need to claim the nearby gateway. Splendidly done, Underlord. Controlling gateways will allow new minions to enter this realm and join your dungeon, where they will heed your malicious command. Open now the veins of evil. Here you can gain access to new defenses, spells, rooms, and rituals. The archive will attract the cunning cultist to your cause. You will need at least a 3x3 area for them to study ancient texts, which will increase the speed at which you earn sin. A cultist has entered your dungeon. He will use his blasphemous knowledge to obliterate your enemies in battle. Open now the veins of evil. Foundry unlocked. The Foundry will attract the repugnant Chanda to your cause. You will need at least a 3x3 area for them to create defenses for your dungeon. The Chunder is capable of delivering near-fatal fits of flatulence on demand. And for this reason, many of your minions take their bacon to go. The hammer on its head is as hardened as its stomach lining, which makes it well suited for work in the foundry. Command your Chunder to build a door by placing its blueprint near your dungeon core. Your Chunder has built a door. See how your workers act quickly to deliver and unpack it. A door will stop roving enemies for a short time, granting you precious moments to call your minions to defend your dungeon from invasion. A gaggle of hairy, drunken midgets are assaulting your dungeon. Let us put your minions to the test of battle. See how the shield above your enemies weakens. Once defeated, they will fall unconscious. Masterful work, Underlord. You have defeated the weak invaders.
Back thee away, Underlord! You shall not defile my lands with your vile taint! My righteous hand shall stay your evil ways, and send you back to whence you came!
Yada, yada, yada. What a pathetic speech. I suggest you punish this insolent Lord of A cultist has entered your dungeon. A Chunder has entered your dungeon. Lightning unlocked.
The minions of evil invade! To arms! Fight for the glory of the Empire!
The time has come to strike. Command your troops with rally to silence the arrogant Lord of Sealand.
To arms! A pox on your evil ways!
Kira beckons.
Well done, Underlord. If you desire a greater challenge, you can continue your campaign and return to fight the Underlord Raskos. I bid you sinister farewell. Until next time, Underlord.
Yeah. I think that's a much better introduction than I could ever give you. So, welcome back everybody to episode 3 of my Kickstarter video series. This time we're going to take a look at War of the Overworld. And as you probably have, if you know it, can already guess, this is the unofficial sequel to the Dungeon Keeper series. And yes, it looks exactly like the original Dungeon Keeper, and I just love it because of that. The excellent tutorial voice you just heard is the same as in Dungeon Keeper as well. Even while the imps are green rather than brown as they were in the original, they much look the same. And I generally dig this kind of game very much, and I thought I'm thinking it's way too long since we had a game like this, so yeah. So for those of you that don't really know the original Dungeon Keeper, as this game was a simulation of you building a dungeon, being the mean guy, basically, and building your dungeon to lure in some hopeless heroes and kill them off by sending your minions against them. So that's exactly what Dungeon Keeper is, and like every simulation, you basically have to, on the one hand, balance out your different minions and have to provide all your minions with accommodations, like giving them a place to sleep, giving them a place to train, to eat, having a library or other specific rooms for specific kind of minions that you want to attract, and more or less making it impossible for the heroes to get to your gold and get to this heart of your dungeon. I'm currently, after showing you the excellent tutorial, which I didn't want to spoil with any of my commentary, I wanted to show you this sandbox mode. This is basically all the current beta version is, but it pretty much shows you exactly what you can expect, and I really like it so far, so hopefully you'll enjoy this. Currently I had a little trouble finding out why I couldn't place any of the rooms,
Unlocked.
and now I'm just
Slaughter pen unlocked. Beast den unlocked. Prophecy unlocked. Lightning unlocked. Bone chiller unlocked. Crypt unlocked. Torture chamber unlocked.
So now I've unlocked all the rooms, and as soon as I'm finding my interface again, I'll show you how to basically place them all. This can take a little while. As you can see, I've currently paused the game. And there you go. So any second now I'll find my interface again and start building some rooms. So here we go, and now I can start building some nice rooms. You start with a slaughter pen, some places where my monsters can sleep, a library,
A cultist has entered your dungeon. A gnarling has entered your dungeon. A bathu has entered your dungeon.
now I'm building another room here
A skarg has entered
so
your
that
dungeon.
my heart of my dungeon is surrounded on all sides by rooms, and no pesky heroes can basically break through on the backside and immediately come to my heart here. There's another portal here, so it's additional means to summon or to get some monsters. Having built the library on the one side, we're building the workshop here, which you can use to make all kinds of traps and other security devices as doors. This is a training room where your minions can level up their attacks. Oh. I'm actually, at this point, wanting to expand my hatchery to make sure that all my minions are well fed. So you can see I've built the lair for my minions a little bit too big, but that's okay. You can never have a too big of a lair, can you? Yeah, he is really headbutting the...
A cultist has entered your dungeon.
I really think the blacksmith creatures are primarily target groups for migraine medicine.
A cultist has entered your dungeon.
There you see, we're slowly getting real crowd in here. Building another training room here.
A chunder has entered your dungeon.
And building...
A Bathu has entered your dungeon.
a crypt on the other side. Yeah.
A necromancer has entered your dungeon.
He must be here because of the crypt I just built.
A cultist has entered your dungeon.
I don't really think that this voice will ever get old. I just love the guy that did this voice already in the original Dungeon Keeper. Yes, this menacing tone that will advise you on your dungeon building, he just got it down right. So I'm really happy that he's part of the new War of the Overworld as well. So you see, I'm expanding pretty fast here. And this level is basically, this is just a sandbox game where you, sandbox level where you can try out all the stuff you want. With infinite money and without having to research anything of these, and without being in any way or form harassed by heroes. You can see this dungeon is actually growing quite fast. So, just having a quick look here at the different trap types. But at first I want to put down some doors around my dungeon heart and the treasure chamber that surrounds it.
A defense has been built. A defense has been built.
As you can see,
A defense.
my imps are deploying
A defense has been built.
the doors. Oh, this is probably going to be the entrance to my dungeon. And now I basically have all the different types of rooms in my dungeon already present. So only two things I have left down there is a wooden bridge and a stone bridge. It's time to take a small look at the minions. As you can see, these minions already have leveled up because they're training. This is a graveyard. Oh no, sorry, this is the prison. I'm thinking, okay. There's another small room here. As you can probably see, my lair is already getting pretty crowded. And if this War of the Overworld is basically going to be similar to the original Dungeon Keeper, then certain kind of creatures will fight each other, so I'm building another lair down here, and another crypt here, because crypts are always good right next to your lairs, at least in Dungeon Keeper logic. No, in the original Dungeon Keeper you had certain minion types that were attacking each other. Like you had flies and you had spiders, which wouldn't go along very well. So I'm probably thinking that there will be something similar in this game. So it's better to build different lairs for different types of creatures, because if they have the opportunity, they probably won't pick the same lair. And now I'm building a defense around my dungeon.
A Skarg has entered your dungeon.
So I know it in advance, and somebody will try to tunnel into my dungeon. Going to place a door here, so bunch of doors here, and there they will run straight into the training area, which should be nice.
defense has been built.
That should be the door that I just... Yeah, that's... Oh, it's not the door. Those two doors were already placed, and now you can see... There. The last door is coming.
Defense has been built.
So... Thinking about building another trap here. Yes. This is like a freezing trap. I hope they'll integrate some of the other traps that were in the original Dungeon Keeper as well, like the boulder trap and the spike trap and all that. And you can basically block certain doors by closing them.
A defense has been built.
There you can see the freezing trap. So I'm thinking I have some of these crossbows, so I better build like a room here where that's a little bit more open, because I'm thinking crossbows are probably better used in bigger rooms and not these small corridors like I did here. There you can see. These monsters hammering away with their heads. The cultists here.
A defense has been built. A star has entered your dungeon. A defense has been built.
I built a couple of crossbows here. I haven't really figured out what this defense type does. If it just makes the trap harder to destroy or whatever, but you can only employ it on defenses, so hopefully in the future we can see what this actually does.
A battle has entered your dungeon.
I want to remain symmetric here, so find that out. So basically you can see I've built like a corridor around my dungeon, which I can basically get all the evil heroes to attack me. And if you look closely here, you can see there's this great big bunch of details on every single room. So I'm not really doing it justice by just showing you the another entrance here with a bunch of crossbows.
A defense has been built. A defense has been built.
This is the old revealing spell. I'm just looking around here. I can see any anomalies in this box, but this box is basically just a big square where you can build your dungeon. So now I'm possessing one of my minions. You can see me here. That was a funny thing about the Dungeon Keeper series. You could always possess one of your minions and basically use it as a first-person shooter, exploring the dungeon you just built, and it really helps you, give you an appreciation for the scale and the details that you actually have in your dungeon.
A defense has been built.
So, with this I want to conclude this very lengthy first look at Dungeon Keeper, I'm sorry, War of the Overworld.
A defense has been built.
And as always, I'll put a description into a link into the description
A defense has been built.
to the Steam pages of this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing eventually the multiplayer part and what the developers will come up with, because this just looks awesome right now, and I'm really hoping that all the fun I've had with the original Dungeon Keeper will come back. And from what I've heard, many other people are still, you know, thinking of the original Dungeon Keeper as being one of the finest games Bullfrog ever made. So, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye.